After finishing tape 1 of Lost Records Bloom and Rage, one burning question we all have is, what's in this box? But more importantly, who sent it? It seems whoever did knew the girls and their band Bloom and Rage. In this video, I'm going to theorize on who possibly sent this and how I think tape 2 will go down. With that being said, please be warned that I will be spoiling all of tape 1 for Lost Records, so please play it or watch my playthrough before moving forward. Now with that out of the way, let's start off with the mysterious package. The biggest question we all have is who sent this? According to Autumn, it was sent to her mother's house and addressed to Bloom and Rage, the girls' band name. Only a few people are familiar with that name. I took a closer look at the box again and noticed a few things about it. It's wrapped in newspaper dating back to 1995. Lyrics of "See You in Hell" are all over it, and swirls which represent the abyss are all over it too. Looking at the newspaper, there are a bunch of articles that stand out, one being dated on September 22nd, 1995. Titled "Search for Missing Local Resumes," with a black circle swirl and the words "See You in Hell" next to it. So who exactly is missing here? One thing that hasn't been answered yet is the fate of Kat, but there is another person who I think is directly involved with the girls and why they can't remember anything. It's Cory. We know that the curse that the girls set in the witch's circle was for Cory. It's what started all the supernatural things around them. "See You in Hell" was written by Kat, and knowing she wrote it for Cory makes me think something bad happened between them in tape 2. Cory is another character whose fate who hasn't been cleared in present day. When all three girls are at the bar talking and remembering how their confrontation with Cory went, Autumn mentions how things with Cory got worse after they told him off, mentioning how they blamed him for what happened at the ranch.
I feel like things with Cory got worse after that. Like, what happened to him? Didn't they blame him for what happened at the ranch?
Not here, Autumn. Someone might be listening.
I went back and took a look at the first trailer and noticed a very interesting scene. The forest seemingly on fire and Kat standing in the middle while the other girls are running away. Could this be the incident that Cory was blamed for? Knowing how much anger Kat harbored over her family ranch, it wouldn't surprise me if she was the one who set it on fire. Her love for animals, especially Gertie, and more so feeling trapped there because her family doesn't want her to leave. She even exclaimed how she would set it on fire if she could.
'Cause you hate the ranch too, right?
Seriously. I'd burn it to the ground if I could.
What's interesting is that article has the words "See You in Hell," so I believe the missing person has to be Cory, as those lyrics were written for him. It happens after the summer, which is when the girls part ways and make their vow to never see each other again. The black swirl indicating the abyss may mean the reason why Cory is missing is because he is in the abyss. Now before I continue, I'm gonna go off and talk about Kat. Kat is such an interesting character, as a lot of the supernatural occurrences surrounding her specifically. One instance that I can't get over is the Anomaly tape Swan films when she first finds Kat at the abyss. The way Swan is describing everything seems to be about herself and the girls, like how they're suspended in time and can't escape. But the one person who seems to be affected by the abyss the most is Kat. I strongly believe Kat will end up jumping into the abyss and is currently stuck there 27 years later. In the Anomaly video, Swan describes how Kat is looking down at the abyss, but she can hear Kat calling up from it at the same time, that the voices sound old and young. Could this mean Kat is stuck in a time loop?
Before you wrote the curse?
I've been here before. We've always been here. Here. And on here. Kat is there. Kat was always there. Kat was staring down at the lights in the abyss. Kat was calling up from down below. The voices are old and young. They are watching. They remember everything and nothing. They are shadows of what used to be. They want to come back. But they're afraid.
Throughout this game, whenever we hit a major plot point, Kat acts like she's done this before. When we first meet her, she happens to step in when things were getting really bad with Cory. Dylan even felt like she was stalking her.
Leave her alone, loser!
What? You're friends with this fat
You're
chick?
supposed to be home,
So
Kat.
what?
Why'd you even come out here in the first place?
Are you, like, stalking me or something?
When the girls find the cabin, Kat was the one who went off and found it first.
Cat? Where are you going? Wait!
I think there's something over here.
No way. I've never seen this.
Think it's open?
Kat was the one who found the witch's circle and immediately started a blood pact.
Follow me. I want to show you guys something.
So you said you found this place on the way here? Right?
Yeah. I came out here early. Couldn't sleep. We have to seal the curse, though, or it won't work. Like this.
During their truth or dare game, Kat plays cross fingers with an actual knife. No fear or hesitation from her, and as soon as she's done, there was a glow coming from the table. When Swan finds her at the abyss later that night, she was unfazed by the giant hole in the ground, even telling Swan, "I knew you'd find me here."
Swan.
And finally, the concert. When trying to get everything set up, Kat just seemed like she was in a hurry. I know it's probably because she doesn't want to get caught, but she just seems so irritable. Again, seemingly like Kat knew she was running out of time. Even when they get cut off, Kat keeps going like she knows this is her last chance.
For the fear, the harassment, and the harm that you did. Do you hear me?
If Kat is suspended in time, it means she has done everything she can to give the Abyss more power in order to grant her wish, which is to live. When the girls were making their sacrifices over the Abyss, I noticed that Kat dropped a button which reads "No means no." Given it's a punk band name, it's important to her. But is there something more to this? Maybe it's all her vendetta against Cory? Maybe it's her feeling of being sick and trapped?
Here.
If Kat is in a time loop, it could possibly mean she drops a different sacrifice each time to see if her wish will come true by the end of it. By the time she tries everything she has on her, she will get desperate and try something else, sacrificing herself. Kat was already joking about jumping in.
Think I'd fall?
Considering she has no fear because of her cancer, I wouldn't put it past her from actually jumping into the abyss. But there seems to be more than this than we know. Along with these major events, I couldn't help but notice there have been a bunch of camera glitches happening whenever Swan was filming around the game. What I didn't see at first were these shadow people all over the game, including present day. The biggest glitches seem to happen whenever Swan points the camera towards the graffiti that is shaped like the abyss, and the moths leading her to Kat when the abyss is discovered. The shadow people, however, appear when major events are about to unfold.
Didn't they blame him for what happened at the ranch?
Not here, Autumn. Someone might be listening.
Thanks for going along with it and... Whoa, you're kinda weird. You know that? Where are we? Seriously. Beats me. What was that? Huh? You didn't hear that?
No?
No. I swear I heard something.
The weird thing about these shadows are, they look like Kat and Cory. And only Kat and Cory. I'm hiding under my desk right now because there's something over there. I'm gonna turn the camera and you guys can see it, okay? Do you see that shadow figure? I'm not sure what it wants. Let me ask. Hey, what do you want?
Hey, did you get your new PC yet? I've been trying to tell you to get one right now. Apex Gaming PC is the best place to get it.
Oh. Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? I don't know why you had to hide. Apex Gaming PCs is the best way to build your perfect gaming computer. Whether you're a casual gamer, streamer, or even a professional, Apex Gaming has a ton of options for you, such as the Apex Bronze. Maybe you're looking for a starter PC, or maybe you're just new to the PC scene. The Apex Bronze comes with an AMD Ryzen 3 4500, RX 6500 XT, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Or maybe you're a streamer and you're looking to upgrade your rig. This is where the Apex Streamer comes in. This build comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 5700X, 32 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 4060. That's not what you're looking for? Luckily, there's also the Apex Streamer Plus. This build comes with an AMD Ryzen 5 7600X, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and a Radeon RX 7700 XT. Apex Gaming allows you to customize the builds, down to the components, even to the aesthetics and how it looks. So let's say maybe you're getting the Apex Bronze, but you want to upgrade the RAM, or you're not really digging the color of the case. There's no problem with that. There are a ton of options here, and just to add a little something extra, Apex Gaming offers extra services to make you happy with your PC, such as warranties, sound reductions, or even having it be a rush build. So if you're ready to get your new PC from Apex Gaming, check the link in the description to check out all their PC builds, and don't forget to use my 5% discount code, AGirl, which can be used on top of existing promos when you purchase an Apex Gaming PC. Thank you so much to Apex Gaming for sponsoring this video. You guys are amazing. As I mentioned earlier, the whole point of the curse seems to be directed towards Cory. It's personal for Kat, but why? I know Cory isn't exactly the greatest person, but I can't help but feel like he's a red herring. The biggest tip-off is his attitude towards Kat. He's constantly trying to get her home. The second time he's confronted, his demeanor even changes. Like, his voice got a little softer for a moment.
Whatever. Your dad sent me to get you, Kat.
Do my dad's boots taste good?
No, that's not me. Now you better come along. Dylan doesn't want us to fight.
During their concert, he was bobbing his head to the music and even smirking a little. When that drunk heckler was started yelling at them, he tells them off.
Call the cops already, or I'll haul him in myself.
Yell at her again, and I'll knock your drunk ass on the ground.
Don't talk to me like that. Let me handle this, whore.
Hey.
And finally getting Kat to take her to the hospital when she falls.
Do it!
Another clue is his D&D character sheet. Cory is playing a lawfully good half-elf ranger named Silas. His description of Silas says, "I will defend my clan, my lady, and my honor, even to my dying breath, and I am from the wilds and they are in my blood." I know this is just a D&D character, but sometimes when we create fictional characters, we often mirror ourselves in them. And honestly, Silas's personality seems to match Cory's from what I mentioned earlier. Another thing that struck me as interesting is Silas's spells. Hunter's Mark and Cure Wounds. In D&D, the Hunter's Mark is a special spell that a character can cast which allows a ranger to make a creature as their quarry, granting them advantage on Wisdom, Perception, or Wisdom Survival, and dealing an extra 1d6 force damage to the marked target whenever they hit with a weapon attack. I couldn't help but think maybe Cory was being mean to these girls on purpose to keep them away because he knew Kat would get into more trouble with them, instead of staying home and resting because she's sick. As a part of Kat's curse that reads, "You'll be under my spell," which I believe starts to work in tape 1. Once all the girls start standing up to him, the power of the abyss seems to affect him badly, enough to drive him off.
I don't listen to f***ing losers.
Oh, shut up!
What would make Kat want to set her family's ranch on fire? There was a letter in Cory's bag from Dylan saying how Kat is wrong about him, but what could he have done? There's a lot of speculations as to Cory possibly hurting Dylan, which is why Kat doesn't like him. And considering you can find another letter in Kat's corner, it seems like Cory is the jealous type. The only thing that I can see her driving her mad would be if something were to happen to Gertie. Gertie was the injured fawn she had found and been taken care of ever since. When Swan interviews her, Kat mentions how she'll never let anything ever happen to her.
Thought I'd never go back home that day, but I did. For her. For all the deer I've had to watch die at home. For all the deer I've had to watch die on the ranch. I named her Gertie. And I will never let them kill her.
Given how serious this ends up being, the three girls don't want any part of burning the ranch down, just Kat. As I mentioned, the only way I can see her doing this is if something happens to Gertie. So what if Gertie was killed, either on purpose by a hunter or by accident? The only other person who does what they're told by Kat's family is Cory. It's possible Cory was involved in Gertie's death. But here's another thing. What if the power of the Abyss grows in tape 2? Again, the curse reads, "You'll be under my spell." What if Kat is able to make Cory do things he doesn't want to do? Maybe the reason why he got blamed for the fire on the ranch was because he did set it on fire, unwillingly or unknowingly. Kat's anger and hatred towards him mixed with the feelings of the ranch makes for a powerful combination for the Abyss. Kat and Cory are seemingly connected by the Abyss. If Kat willingly jumps in, how did Cory end up in the Abyss? Well, it's probably because he was trying to stop her. Again, assuming Cory isn't as bad as he appears, knowing how much he cares about Dylan and her family, he would want to keep Kat safe. Re-examining the shadows, Kat's shadow appears only when the girls are discovering something about finding the Abyss, but Cory seems to appear like a warning. If we go back to the box, there's another article that I found interesting. It's titled "Improvised Concert Sparks Anger," and the words which I assume says, "You have to help." The shadow that appears outside the diner appears to look like Cory. Ironically, the shadow appears when all three girls are talking about him and what happened to him at the ranch. But what if the reason as to why Cory is in the Abyss is because Kat makes him go? Remember, he's under her spell. So with all the shadows, the supernatural elements, and the mystery behind the box, it leaves us with two questions that I asked you at the start of this video. What's in the box and who sent it? I strongly believe the girls themselves sent it. Given the theme of memories, what's in the box may be Swan's tapes, which she did mention went missing after the summer. I imagine the girls thought they would need the tapes in the future, whether it was to remember Kat or directly relating to the Abyss itself. The shadows of Kat and Cory, it could just be them bleeding into multiple timelines since they fell into the Abyss, in order to reach out to the girls, so they remember or make sure that they're on the right path towards discovering the Abyss itself. Now, all that's left is why? Why the tapes? What are they trying to forget? And that is the question that we have for tape 2. I wish I had all the answers, but there are so many layers to this game that honestly, I'm not even talking about all the other stuff that I discovered. There was so much symbolism with the girls' clothes, the graffiti on the wall, even items that you can find around the game. It's just so much. But since tape 2 is just around the corner, I figured we'll just wait until the game releases. So that was my theory video for Lost Records Bloom and Rage. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit out there, and I know it kind of gets confusing, but I feel like there's so many more layers to this than what meets the eye, so I'm really excited for tape 2 to come out, which is only in a couple of days from uploading this video. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any theories of your own, or if you want to discuss my theory video, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to talk about Lost Records with you guys. And also, if you haven't seen my playthrough of tape 1, check the link in the description so you can see, and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you guys know when I post my playthrough of tape 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!